I'm the founder of Chemo Snacks, and I like to help you make all your food side effect friendly. Now, I am a cancer survivor as well, so I've been there, done that, and this is my lot in life now, is to help others, and it's great. Okay, now today I've got a really good one for you. A number of common side effects go along with cancer treatments, and one of them can be taste changes. And there's so many different aspects to taste changes. Everything can taste bitter, it can taste bland, it can taste metallic, and it tastes salty, it can taste sour. But there's another one that's not often spoken about where everything just tastes too sweet. And for people who might like a bit of a, a common sweet or a cupcake, generally the store-bought ones are out. Now, I've come across a great recipe, and this is what I'm doing today, and it's a red velvet cupcake. And you might be thinking, but they're usually really sweet, and you'd be right. However, this one isn't. Now, I'm going to say that this is not my recipe. I've done a small adaptation to it only because I don't have some of the ingredients. But this one I got from a website that's called 28 by Sam Wood. And Sam is a health and fitness instructor here in Australia. And I believe that he is also the custodian of all of Sarah Wilson's I Quit Sugar recipes. And this is one of those recipes. There is absolutely no sweetness within this at all. There's a little bit of a syrup in there, but it's not a sweet syrup. So the hidden ingredient in this, if you like, and you might tell because I'm wearing all of my dark colours, and that means only one thing, that means beetroot. Beetroot and I are sort of like, not very good friends when it comes to attracting like a magnet. Now, here's some I did earlier. I don't often say that because I'm not that organised, but this is a batch that I did earlier today, and I've just put some smooth ricotta cheese on top as a topping, so that's not sweet either, and there's a bit of lemon zest in there. These are super duper moist on the inside as well. They're a little bit crusty on the outside, so for sore mouth, sorry, that's my cat there, sore mouth, you probably might want to soften these off a bit with something else, or put the cream cheese over the top for them to soften, but that's what they look like in the end. Now I'll pop these over here. Okay, so in the recipe on Sam's website, it says to use 2 raw beetroot and grate them. I don't have raw beetroot, and grating them would just mean, it's all up the walls, so forget that. I've gone for these. This is a 250 gram vac-packed packet of cooked beetroot, and you can get them in most supermarkets. But all of my Aldi, Coles and Woolies have them in my local shopping centre. I just use the whole packet. So what I've done here, I've just opened the top of the packet because I don't like really making a mess, and I've just chopped some of these up quickly with a knife in the packet. And what I'm going to do is put them into this bowl. I'll do that facing away from me. Oh, look at that good old splashy mess. Let's get rid of that. Okay, into that, I'm also going to add, I've got 1.5 cups of almond meal. So that's just ground almonds without the skin. You can have it with the skin. I don't think it really makes much difference. That's over there. 2 eggs go into here. Let's see what disaster I can make of this. 1 down. No disaster with the eggs today. I also have, I need a bit of kitchen towel. I'm still here. Bit of kitchen towel there. I've got, now this is the sweetness I was talking about. This is 1/4 cup of rice malt syrup. Now, rice malt syrup is, it's actually not that sweet, but it's good at binding things together too. I suspect you probably would be able to leave this out as well. But honestly, when it's in here and the finished product, you can't tell that there's a sweetness there because the beetroot overrides it all, and it's just, honestly, it's just delicious. I would never have thought of making these with beetroot before. It's sensational. Okay, I also have 4 tablespoons of raw cacao powder. So as opposed to cocoa powder that's often quite sweetened, this isn't. That goes into there. I also have 3 tablespoons of coconut oil. Now, I haven't melted that. It's really soft because it's warm in the house here. I don't need to melt that. It's not coming off. I have a teaspoon of baking powder and a teaspoon of cinnamon to go in as well, and just a splash of vanilla extract. The recipe says vanilla powder, but I can't find that anywhere, and the last time I bought it was hideously expensive, so just put a splash of extract in there. Now, I won't use that. The thing I love about this recipe, you can do it with your stick blender, which is great because, you know, it's a one bowl, one piece of equipment recipe. So this will just be a little bit of a noise here while I do this. I'm not sure that you can still hear me, but this will come together quite quickly. You could also do this in your food processor. I probably wouldn't have the cutting blade on, especially if you're using that pre-cooked beetroot. Almost there. We'll just give that bit of a scrape down and a bit of a stir. Oh yeah, nearly done. Look, I don't want to put that on my nice board and stain it. I'm a bit precious about the board. Okay. Well, that's it. Love it. Now wait until I show you the colour. You can see how gentle I'm being, because honestly, I've ended up with it over the walls before. It's not a pretty sight. Let's put you into there. Okay. There we are. That's a fantastic, that's like your traditional red velvet cupcake colour. Now, the recipe on Sam's website says it makes 12, and you can make 12, they'll be thinner. But the ones I've made, you can see that they're, you know, up to the top of the cupcake case. Just means they maintain that moisture inside them when they're cooking. Now the oven's on at 180 degrees, and I put these in for 30 minutes, and usually at 30-minute mark they're absolutely perfect. Putting a skewer in, you know, might come out slightly moist, but they tend to cook a little bit afterwards, but certainly you don't want to overdo them. There we go. So what I do, they don't rise very much, which is what I found out from the very first batch that I did. So I like to fill the cases, which is why I'm only doing 8. So I'll get 8 decent sized ones. I fill the cases, I won't do them all, I'll flatten them down because they don't actually like smooth out like normal cupcakes do. There we go. So I do it to almost to the top of the cupcake case. Patty, whatever lining thing that they're called, and that's going to go into the oven for 30 minutes, and they'll come out, and as I said, this is the finished product. But honestly, this one is the absolute bee's knees for the taste change where everything tastes too sweet, because you can still have your cupcake, eat it, and have your chemo and eat your cupcake too. I think I sort of got that right. Right, so there we go. Again, let me know if you make it. If you're looking for similar recipes, there's actually one in Jelly is Not Food as well. And if you're not keen on the whole beetroot thing, there's this one that's a gingerbread slice. So it's quite cakey like this is as well. But it's not sweet either. There's a fraction of rice malt syrup in there. I've done it without the rice malt syrup as well. So you can do it either way. There we are. Send me through the photographs if you make them. I'd love to see them. And apart from that, I will see you again soon. Bye for now.